Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Iron Element. This is Mike in the Iron Element Gym, and welcome to 531 Strong. All right. This is going to be the week one workout, and this is one of the days of that week. It doesn't necessarily need to be day one or day two or whatever. You can place the 4-day workouts wherever you want. If you don't know what 531 is, you really need to watch my introduction video because this experience is a little bit more complex than a regular workout. You can follow what I do, but you also need to do a little bit of math beforehand. So if you've already watched my video, you've probably done the math already. You need to calculate your 1 rep max. And with that 1 rep max, you need to take 90% of that number. And that's the weight we're going to be utilizing for our lifts, the percentage of that weight. Okay? So if you don't know how to get your 1 rep max, you can look it up, you can test yourself. But if you've lifted for a little bit, you probably have a good estimate of what you can lift with 1 rep. Then take 90% of that number, and that's the number we're going to use. So today we're going to be doing the bench press day. So we're starting with week one. Okay, so week one means we're going to be doing 3 sets of 5. That's the 5 in 5, 3, 1. We're going to be doing sets of 5. Only 3 sets of 5. Okay. Now the first set we're going to do a warm-up set. So we're going to do 2 warm-up sets. So take lightweight. You can take half of your 1 rep max percentage, one of your number that you're working with, your final number, and you can do that, or you can take roughly half, 50, 60% of it, whatever. Let's do 6 reps. That's the goal here. It's 6 reps of the bench press for our first warm-up set. Okay? You guys ready? Let's get this started. Here we go.
Where your money at? Straight cash, dog. Get your money out. Where your paper at, huh? Where your money at? Greenbacks and snaps. I need money.
All right, 6. Okay, so now we're gonna wait. We're gonna do another 6 as a warm up, and then we'll get into our 3 sets for strength. The whole point of 5-3-1 training is to build your strength over time. Okay, that's the goal. And it's about being strong. And with strength will come size, okay? There's not an exact correlation. It doesn't mean if you get this much strength, you equal this much size. But there is an indirect correlation. A really big guy is going to have some strength, obviously. And a really strong guy is most likely gonna have some size, okay? It's not a one-to-one, and there's always outliers where a skinny guy is super strong and a really big guy is not that strong. But in general, your strength, will correlate to your size to a degree and vice versa, okay? So we're just trying to build your strength on the core lifts, the 4 big lifts, okay? The bench press, the squat, the overhead press, and the deadlift. Those are what we're doing. Today is the bench press. Okay, let's get lift number 2, warm up done. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. All right. Actually, I think that was 5. It doesn't matter. I was thinking 5 in my head, of course, from the lift. So now, our first lift of this series is going to be 65% of that number that you have. So let's call that your main number here. Your main number, which is 90% of your 1 rep max, that's the main number you're working with. This is going to be 65% of that number. So I'll give you an example. I'm putting my 1 rep max as 250, okay? So that means 90% of 250 is 225. 225 is my main number I'm working on, okay? So I have to take 65% of that number, which in my case, I wrote it down, is 145 pounds. I think it was 146, but you want to round to the nearest 5 pounds. So if I was 148, I'd say 150. Extra couple pounds not going to make or break you here. I know that seems light. It's going to seem light to you, but don't worry, follow this program for 6 months. You will build crazy strength, okay? I'm gonna add another 10 pounds on there if I can find it. So I got 145 pounds and I'm going to do 3 sets of 5 reps, okay? I'm gonna do a set of 5 reps. That's how I'm gonna do it. My first lift is 65%. Sorry, it's confusing. This is why you need to watch the intro video. I'm going to do 1 set of 5 reps at 65%. That's my number. I'm going 65%. Set 2 will be 75%. And set 3 will be 85%. And they're all going to be for 5 reps because our first week is all 5 reps for the big lifts. And then after we do these big lifts, the bench press, we'll get into some higher rep subsequent training where we can stimulate the muscle. That's not all you're going to do, but this is how it works. The big ones, you focus on the big ones. Okay, now you guys should get all set up here. Take a quick drink. We'll take a couple minutes rest between each lift. So you're going to have more rest time because as we get higher on in the weeks, you're going to be lifting heavier and heavier. So it's really a 4-week plan. If you watch the intro, you would understand. It's week 1, 2, 3, and then deload, okay? Week 1, you're going to be doing this method. You're gonna be doing the same method every week, except your percentages of your main number are going to change, okay? This week, bench press is going to be 65, 75, and 85% each set. Bang, bang, bang. Next week, we're going to do 70, 80, 90%. Then week 3, we're going to do 75, 85, 95%. And then we're gonna have a deload week where we take off some weight, and then we'll restart the cycle again, starting at 65%, but now we're going to up our max number. Don't worry about that yet. Focus on what we gotta do. Right now, we're looking at 5 reps, okay? 5 reps. That's all good reps, guys. Ready to go? 5 reps. You guys got this. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Now we're gonna rest. But as we do that, we're going to change our weights. Now we're gonna go 75%. Okay? So 75% of your magic number. So for me, it's going to be 170 pounds. So I'm gonna throw some weight on here. Okay. So I'm going to be going 170 pounds, and this is going to be, again, 5 reps, right? We're doing 5 reps each time, except for, well, I'll get into the last set in a little bit. Now I'm just looking for a couple of smaller weights here to equal 170 pounds. Now that's gonna seem easy, right? That's gonna be like, you probably did it and you'll be like, I don't understand the point of this. That's easy peasy. And it is. It's supposed to start easy. And if you underestimate it, if you're not sure if you're 1 rep max, so you underestimate it, that's fine too. This is about progress over a long period of time, guys. We're not here to say, oh, I want all the gains in a week. It's not gonna happen. Any kind of lifting, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's strength, power, speed, whatever you're trying to do, okay, takes time. You wanna get big, it takes time. You wanna get strong, it takes time. You wanna get cut, chisel, lean, it takes time. These things take time. It's a long-term game, guys, okay? It's about staying healthy, staying strong, and also enjoying it. You wanna have a good time. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. So next lift, 75% of your weight. The third lift is going to be 85. So if you haven't calculated, take your magic number, times it by 0.85, and that will be your third one. And round, of course, to whatever you want. Okay. Now, we ready for 5 reps? Let's do it. 5 reps, guys. That's it. Nice. See? You're probably saying to yourself, "That was a little bit harder." Yeah, it will be. Okay. Let's take a break and let's look at our last set. It's going to be 85%, which is going to be, for me, 190 pounds. 190 pounds. Get this guy here. 85. Gotta do some quick math in my head here. I'm going to throw on some weight here. Okay. Now I have my third set weight ready. 85% of my magic number. Now, what you have to know is the third set is 5 plus. Okay? So we're going for 5, but we're going to go until failure. So you're going to try to get 7, 8, 10, whatever. That's the goal here. Okay? But this is our last set using this kind of math. The rest of the workout after is going to be simple, straightforward, and quick. It's not meant to be a really long workout, guys. You should be in and out 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes tops. That's all I want to do because I want to get the numbers right. I want you to focus on strength. And if you're used to working out more often, you might want to be careful. This is a 4-day a week. If you say, well, I work out 6 days, I have to work out the other days, you can, but don't push to failure. Go nice and easy. Do some subsequent stuff, maybe on areas that we're not touching, you might want to do. So, okay. We're just about ready here for our last set of 5 plus. So try to, push it a couple. Push it past 5 if you can get an extra couple, that's great. Let's see what we can do here, okay? You ready to go, guys? 5 plus. Let's do it. Just like that. There goes 5. There we go. I'll do 8. Okay. I did 8 there, just to keep it. Don't want to kill myself here. Okay. Now, we're done that. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job. Put some weight back. Clean up your stuff. Take a couple minutes here. Now, we are going to go to the flat dumbbell bench press, right? Right, just like that. Flat dumbbell bench press. We're going to do 3 sets of 15. Pretty simple. Remember, there's no number to calculate anymore. You're just gonna grab the dumbbell you think you can do 15 with. 15 is a lot of reps. Go lighter on the dumbbells for now. Write it down. You can always raise the reps later. Or raise the weight later. Don't worry about it. Go up in the weight later. It's not a problem. Now, I'm going to clear this out because after we're going to do tricep press downs and push downs, whatever you want to call them. And I just want to have some weight clear from that. Okay. Clear some weight here. Okay. I actually don't dumbbell press that often in the 15 rep range. So this is gonna be new to me as well. Alrighty. I'll grab some lightweight just to test myself out. Okay. You guys ready? Let's get 15 then. Let's go. Just like that. Nice and slow. 5. 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Good. Okay. That's a bit light, but I'll stay with it. It's fine. All right, take a break, guys. Take a break. We're going to set up the tricep press down, right? So if you have that, set it up. Or think about what you're gonna do, what you're gonna do. Because when we get to that, it's gonna be 12 reps. We're gonna do 12 reps, 3 sets of the press down. All right. There we go. Just to give a break from the chest. Take a deep breath. Good job, guys. That's the way to do it. So, you've got your bench press done for the week, your big lift. So you now understand the week 1, 65, 75, 85. Week 2, you're gonna start at 70, 80, 90. Week 3, you're gonna start at 75, 85, 95. That's how it goes, okay? As I explained in my intro video, you do that for the 4 weeks. Then when the 4 weeks comes, you add 5 to 10 pounds to your 1 rep max. For shoulder press, add 5 pounds. For bench press, add 5 pounds. For squat and deadlift, add 10 pounds. But if you found it really hard, only add 5 pounds. And then you're going to recalculate your magic number. Remember the magic number, 90%. You're gonna calculate that 90% number. There's your new magic number you're gonna use for the next monthly cycle, okay? That's how the slow progress. It's not meant to be super fast progress, guys. It is slow for a reason. That's the progress you're gonna make over time. And before you know it, your maxes are gonna be going up. You'll notice they start to creep up. And if you do that for a year, you're gonna think, well, I was bench pressing 200, now I'm bench pressing 240. And you didn't even really feel it because you've graduated so slowly over time that it's a great way to do it. All right, you ready for 15 more? I am. Let's go. That's it. 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. I'm sure you can feel that burn. I do. I feel it. I'm just gonna put this guy down. And this guy down. Okay. Take a break before our last, set of this. And I'm just going to clean up get these spotter arms out of the way. Just to give me a little more space so I don't smack my foot here, smack my leg. And you can see what I'm doing a little better with these out of the way. Spotter arms are great, guys, for bench press. If you don't have a spotter, I recommend you get a rack that has these. A couple times they saved me when I couldn't lift it off my chest. Okay? All right. Take a drink. Take it easy. Gonna get set up for your next lift there, guys. All right, got another lift coming up. All right. And the reason I'm doing the tricep is because this program doesn't have a lot of arm work. If you don't want to do the triceps now, and let's say you have a dedicated arm day, then you don't have to do this now. You could substitute it with something else, another chest move, for example, push-ups, whatever you want to do. You don't have to do the tricep press down. I like to do it because this is strictly 4 day. If you only have 4 days and you want to work on strengths, we'll hit a little bit of everything. Okay? Remember, the triceps get a lot of work during the bench pressing. So when you're pressing, your triceps are activated. You probably feel them tight right now, right? You probably can feel them. So they get activated while bench pressing. So they get a lot of secondary work. We're just gonna give it a little bit of primary work after to finish it off. Okay. Right, we got 15 more. You guys ready? Here we go. Ah, 15, nice. I can feel it there. You probably could too. So, you might be wondering, how do you progress outside of just the main lift? Well, let's say you did that. Let's say you did 30-pound dumbbells as an example. And you found that the first set was pretty easy. Second set was average. Third set was tough. Then next time, on your first set, try 35. Only the first set, right? You don't have to progress everywhere. Small progression. If you do 35 and you get 15, you found it tough, perfect, stay there for a couple of weeks. Your second set, 1 week you might want to say, I think I'm ready to push to 35 in the second set. So now you're going to go 35, 35, 30. And eventually you'll go 35, 35, 35. And eventually that will become a little bit easy, so you'll go 40, 35, 35. That's the progressive overload concept. Small changes. Challenge yourself, small changes a week or every other week. Okay? Good. Now, we're taking a break. Takes me a minute to catch my breath here. And we're gonna go to the tricep press down. This is going to be for the 12 reps. Okay? You guys have done this in my other ones. Nothing surprising here. It's a 3x12. If you don't want to do that, then you can just take a break through it. I'll finish with another chest exercise. We're just giving the chest a break. But I think you should do some tricep work. If you don't have this machine, you could do something like dips on a bench. You could do dumbbell skull crushers, all kinds of stuff. Or I like to do easy bar skull crushers, but it depends on the equipment you have, okay? Now, we're gonna hit it with the 12 reps. You guys ready? All right, let's rock and roll. Remember, lean over, like that. Hinge at the elbow. All right, that's set 1 in the books. Take a break. 12 reps, set 1. Good job. So remember, if you could do something like run this program for 3 months, then run one of my other programs to vary it up for 3 months, then come back. You might have a new 1 rep max by that time. calculate a new 1 rep max, and go from there for another 3 months. And then go back and do something else for 3 months. So there's a lot of options. So it's a good, or 4 months, or half a year, whatever. You can do half a year this way, half a year on Beast or Forge or whatever program you want to do of mine. And Chisel is good for just dumbbells. So you could do that. By the way, guys, don't forget to like my Instagram. Look me up on Iron Element Fitness on Instagram. I would appreciate that. Any comments you want to drop, any questions, I will answer them. Alrighty, we're getting there. We'll get in 15, 20 seconds. Check it out, check it out. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go back to 15 reps and we're gonna go on the chest flies, okay? After we're finished. Oh, it's too light. There we go. We're gonna go back to, we're gonna do chest flies, 3 sets of 15 to finish out our workout. Okay? You ready for another set on the push down, press downs? I forget what they are. Push, press, whatever. Let's go. Just like that. Nice and controlled. That's it. You feel it for sure. Remember when doing the press downs, pushing down, and you're not just letting the weight take you up. You're holding, resisting the weight up, right? Not super slow, but controlled. Controlled. Remember, more muscle is grown, studies are showing, on the eccentric than on the concentric, okay? So more is grown on the way down than it is even on the flex. A little more, not much, but a little more, it's showing. So if you're doing a bicep curl, this is the concentric. If you're holding, that's isometric or isocentric, I forget. Then on the bottom, it's eccentric, right? So the eccentric is actually building more. So you want to control that stretch and get that nice long stretching, okay? Rather than just doing this and then letting it drop. That's not the way you want to do it, okay? All right, we're going here, take a drink, guys. Get either your amino acids or electrolytes are probably a better idea. Make sure you're getting your electrolytes, your sodium, whatnot. Sodium, magnesium, whatever. Get a good electrolyte drink. Or you can make it yourself for cheap. Some salt, some lemon juice. You could do something yourself. It might not taste as good, but you can do it yourself, okay? Sometimes it's just not worth buying it. These places that sell them for $1 a serving is a little bit crazy. So I'm actually thinking about making my own. You can easily, you have the salt on hand. Use a good salt, use a salt like Redmond real salt. And you could use a powder flavoring that you can buy in bulk. And you could technically blend your own electrolyte mix if you want. Make your own. You can even add some magnesium. You could add whatever else you want. You can even add a little caffeine. That's all they do, and that's all they do in these companies. They just make a blend and they sell it to you. They buy the raw ingredients. You could do the same. Buy them in bulk online. Okay, ready to go? Last set, best set, guys. Control. Let's go. Take control. There we go. Excellent job. Excellent job. Take a break. We are going to go to our last exercise, the dumbbell flies, flat flies. We'll do 15 reps, 3 sets. As I said, you do not need to do them in the order that I'm doing them. I think I have the bench press day as the first day. It doesn't really matter. you're doing 4 a week, do them in any order you want. Obviously, don't end 1 week with legs and start the next day with legs. That doesn't make sense. But, you can do whatever works for you. Your off days, get some walking in, some high brisk walking to get your heart rate just a little bit up. Try to get a lot of steps in. Well, try to get a lot of steps in every day, but that's good to do. If you really want to do some secondary work, you can do some lighter arm work, maybe higher rep just to get a pump. I know people like that pump. Maybe some calf work because we don't do that on this. There are other things you could do. I would lay off some of the shoulder work, maybe some shrugs, maybe a little bit of back work. Some stretching would be great, mobility. So those would be some good stuff to do. You could do some core work, some abs, but I wouldn't go crazy. Do not push yourself to failure. Do not do big, heavy lifts because you need that recovery. Trust me, it's easy. It seems easy now. It seems very easy. But once you get into it and you get months and months in, it's gonna get harder and you're gonna need that energy. Wait till we get to the deadlift. Everybody loves the bench press. Wait till we get to the squat and the deadlift. These are things that really tax your body, okay? And so you're gonna start lifting heavier and heavier weight with those movements. So keep that in mind, guys. Everyone wants the bench press. We all want a bench press, right? Okay, we're gonna do 3 sets of 15 flies. Let's do it. Here we go. Just like that, nice and open. Get that stretch. That's it. There's 5. Then there's a pencil between your pecs, and you're trying to squeeze the pencil together. That's it. 10. 5 more. Come on. 1. 4. Okay, good concept there. Now, same principles apply on the progressive overload like everything else. If you find that that's so easy, go up 5 pounds, or if you have the 2.5 pound increments, go up 2.5 pounds. Most people don't, but go up to 5 pounds for the first set maybe only to do the 15. And then maybe, eventually you can progress more. Flies are a thing that you can only progress to, a certain point. I'm not gonna pick up the 50s and start flying. I mean, like it's nothing, right? It's gonna be terrible form. I'm gonna be all over the place. So you wanna get to a point where you can keep good form and also keep the weight, challenging. That's why that tiny progression makes sense. And even eventually, if you can't go up 5 pounds, you could do something like add an extra couple of reps, right? Until you can hit that, until you can go up 5 pounds. Or if you go up 5 pounds and you're a couple of reps short, then stay with that until you hit it. That's also progress. There's a lot of small ways you can progress. You don't have to take massive jumps. All about small steps. Of course, you got to make sure you're getting your protein, guys. Make sure you're getting your protein, staying within a reasonable calorie. Either if you're on maintenance or if you're in a tiny surplus, or even if you're cutting, you could still do this, of course. If you're brand new and you've never done anything and you want to start with this, it might be a little tricky. The squat, the deadlift are very technical moves. You want to make sure that you're doing them right. So you might want to practice them, watch videos first. Maybe if you want to hire a trainer for a day to show you how to do them properly so that you're okay. So someone who's lifting a little bit, even a few months, and they understand the moves and they're comfortable with it, they can jump into this and you can gain some serious strength really fast. Okay. All right, second set here. We're gonna do 15 again. Same deal. Let's do it. There's 12, I think. 15. I think it was 15. Sometimes I lose count, whatever. All right, we're going to last set, best set. Okay, 35-minute workout. We hit the big lifts. We hit some secondary lifts. This is a fun 4-day routine to get strong, okay? All right. Shake it off, shake it off. And you can do them back to back. If you only have 4 days and they all have to be back to back to back, no problem. You get 3 days rest. It's not ideal, but you can do them because they are all generally different, different body parts. If I had to separate them, if you had to do 4 in a row, I would do something like your deadlift first, then I would do the bench press second, then I would do the squat, I would do the shoulder press third, and I'd probably do the squat last, because the deadlift and the squats are the more taxing days. I would give yourself a little bit of break in between. But anyways, it's whatever you want to do. Okay, so this will be the last set of 15 and then we're done. All right. Remember, this is week 1. Your week 2 and your week 3 and your week 4 will be all different. I outline how they go on my intro video. So the intro is a little long, but it's because it shows you the complex way it works. I mean, it's complex, but once you have it mapped out, it's really not that bad. You know, once you have the first month, every month is a rinse and repeat. You just have to recalculate you're adding 5 or 10 pounds to your 1 rep max number. Okay. All right. Let's get this done so we can go get some protein. All right, here we go. Come with me if you want to lift. Ready? Arnold likes it. Let's do it. That's it. There's 10. All right. There you have it. There you have it. That is strong. Week 1, bench press. Okay? I'm not calling it day 1, day 2, because it's whatever day you want it to be. This is the bench day of strong. Okay? 5, 3, 1, strong. Okay? Bench is in the books. Good stuff. So, thank you very much for joining me for this workout. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. I had fun filming it. Drop me a line, like, comment, shoot me a message on Instagram if you want to say hi. Love to hear from you guys. Anyways, stay tuned for the next one. Keep lifting, guys.